So today's live demo will be for the Dome PTZ, and I'll be covering how to use the PTZ functions, how to activate the manual light and siren alarm for your deterrence, and then also cover a few different AI setups on this. So the first thing you'll see here is we are logged into our AI-based NVR, and you can see here we're on the PTZ Dome. So the first thing, or the most important thing for this camera, is we'll open up the PTZ configuration here. And as you can see, you can change the speed of how fast you want it to pan or tilt. So it goes from 1, which is very slow, all the way up to 10. You have your manual zoom in and zoom out, and then your manual focus, and then just depending on the distance, if you need a focus on a specific target. You do have a few other options here, like your PTZ to reset the lens, reset your position, autofocus it, and then also a few different modes, which is the PTZ cruise. So just like Umar mentioned previously, this does support up to 255 custom preset points, and it's very easy to set up a preset. All you need to do is just find your fixed position, then go ahead and click on add preset, and then for your point, you can just delete that and put in a custom name depending on where you want it to look. So that is very easy to do. And then we'll go ahead and demonstrate the actual PTZ here. So you can move it from left to right. You can move it down and up. And then this is just here in our showroom with all of our cameras on demo. And then if we wanted to zoom in on something, we can go ahead and do that here. So once we're zooming in, once we reach that 12 millimeter or the 4x zoom, the camera will autofocus on its own once you reach that ending point, and then we can go ahead and zoom back out, and then it'll continue to autofocus so you get a clear image. And there we go. And then here on the bottom left, you do see we have a few options. So this light bulb here is for the full color lights. You can set those up as a deterrent. So what that means is instead of the red and blue lights, since this camera does not have it, you can set up the white full color lights as a strobe. So whenever it's linked to an AI event, it can strobe and flash the white LED lights. Then you also have your siren alarm. So you can also manually activate the siren here. Both these features can be done also on the mobile app as well once you have it connected. So that would be covering the PTZ options, zooming in and out, your presets, and then manual activation of your lights and sirens. Now we'll move into the actual camera settings itself. So if we go down into our camera here on channel 9, you can see that it does have almost all of the AI. Like our other cameras, you have your face detection, human in vehicle, which is the most used, license plate detection, perimeter, line crossing, object, and then your more advanced, which would be the statistics, your cross counting, heat maps, crowd density, queue length. One thing I would like to specify would be for crowd density. So if you're using this like in a retail store, for example, or maybe even like a small venue, you can set this camera up and have the crowd density enabled, and it'll give you a reading or a number of how many people are in that specific target zone. So if we go ahead and disable human in vehicle, enable crowd density, you'll see that it will bring up a zone here. Just a second, we might have to draw it. Right now it's currently doing full screen mode. But anyways, anyone that is within this camera view, it will give you a reading, as you can see here. And you can also set the maximum number of people. So it can detect up to 500 people at a single time, as long as they obviously fit within the camera view. And then once they surpass that level, you can get notified. So in this case, we have it set for 50 people. If there was 51, we would get notified for that over counting of that area. Then again, just your other basic ones, which everyone knows about: your perimeter, your line crossing, human and vehicle, like we talked about. You can also set your AI schedule for that camera for your active hours of when you want it to be available. And then you have your alarm linkage. So you have your webhooks, which we talked about previously in our other webinars, your voice prompts, which is available on our new platform, our cloud firmware. And then you have your lights and sirens as well. So all of that can be customized within the camera. It can work fully standalone. It also supports the 256 gigabyte SD card, so it can be mounted on a pole. We have some customers who mount them on the solar trailers, so they work fully standalone by themselves. And then as far as the camera settings go, I would say that that covers everything here. And that would conclude today's demo for this camera.